Imagine losing your carry-on, not because you packed weapons or liquids, but because you packed a banana, 2 power banks, and 3 pairs of shoes. Sounds ridiculous, right? In 2026, that combo is enough for scanners to flag your bag as suspicious density, meaning fines, delays, and sometimes confiscation. Welcome to the new airport game where your luggage gets judged by AI before humans even see it. The rules of air travel didn't just tighten, they evolved into something far more automated and unforgiving. Bags are no longer judged by what you pack, but by what the scanners interpret, and the system assumes confusion is a threat. Before we dive into the new rules, comment which airport you're flying through next so I can tell you what to expect there. In this guide, I'll break down the quiet changes behind modern security, why innocent items trigger alerts, and how to pack in a way that keeps your luggage and your trip completely stress-free. Section 8. Electronics, batteries, and the new 2026 security crackdown. The fastest growing category of airport confiscations is personal electronics. Not because travelers are careless, but because 2026 security tech can now detect counterfeit batteries, swollen lithium cells, hidden power banks, and devices with altered circuitry. Power banks over the legal watt-hour limit can trigger instant seizure or fines, even if your airline previously allowed them. Loose lithium batteries must be in carry-on only. Packing them in checked luggage is grounds for removal of your bag from the flight. Multi-layered laptop sleeves, thick camera bags, and stuffed tech organizers confuse density scanners, causing secondary checks. To avoid delays, pack electronics flat, remove unnecessary cases, and keep cables neatly coiled so the AI sees clean lines rather than dense knots. Devices that won't turn on during security are treated as suspicious because non-functional electronics can hide contraband or altered batteries. Always ensure your phone, laptop, and camera have enough charge to power on. If you're carrying drones, microphones, camera rigs, or external SSDs, be prepared to explain what they are. Unusual shapes attract attention. The safer and more transparent your gear looks, the faster your bag clears modern checkpoints. Section 7. The human factor, behavior scanning, and how you trigger inspections. 26 airports don't rely only on metal detectors and X-ray images. They use behavioral analytics powered by AI. Cameras near security checkpoints scan micro-expressions, body posture, gait changes, and even the rhythm of how you handle your bag. Sudden hesitation, repeated glancing at security staff, shielding your bag with your body, or nervously rearranging items can trigger an automatic behavioral concern flag. This doesn't mean guilt, it simply prompts extra screening. Many travelers unknowingly trigger these scans by rushing, multitasking, carrying too many loose items, or appearing confused by signage. To avoid unnecessary inspections, move calmly, place your items in trays smoothly, avoid last-second pocket checks, and maintain a neutral pace. Keep documents accessible so you don't fumble at checkpoints. Even the way you answer security questions matters. Long explanations or defensive tones sometimes escalate screenings. Staying composed signals compliance, not fear. Ultimately, modern security is a partnership between technology and behavior, and understanding how you're being perceived can be the difference between breezing through or being pulled aside for a 20-minute inspection. Section 6. Food rules that will surprise you. Fresh homemade food, unpackaged fruits, and anything that looks non-commercial are essentially banned on many international flights, even if they seem harmless like apples, sandwiches, rotis, or pastries. Strict countries treat food as a major biosecurity threat because pests, fungi, and bacteria can wipe out billions in agriculture if introduced accidentally. Customs officers care less about personal convenience and more about preventing outbreaks. The safest assumption is this: only sealed, factory-packaged snacks are universally allowed. Even then, keep items in their original wrappers and hold on to receipts for airport purchases. Some terminals rescreen passengers during transit and confiscate food bought airside if the packaging looks tampered with. If flying to or through Australia, New Zealand, Japan, South Korea, or islands in Oceania, treat every food item as suspicious. Declare anything you're unsure about. Undeclared food triggers harsher fines than giving it up voluntarily. Section 5. Clothing and accessories that trigger inspections. A suitcase full of shoes, layered clothing bundles, or items hidden inside garments immediately raise red flags for modern scanners trained to detect smuggling patterns. Airport AI systems study density, shape repetition, and hollow cavities inside clothing to distinguish between normal packing and intentional concealment. To minimize suspicion, pack logically and visibly. Limit yourself to 2 or 3 pairs of shoes in carry-on and wear the bulkiest pair to avoid crowding your bag with multiple rigid shapes. Avoid jackets or novelty clothing with secret pockets, magnets, or built-in compartments. These confuse scanners and prompt secondary inspections. Heavy jewelry, belts with large metal buckles, and chunky accessories should go into checked luggage or a clear pouch so security can instantly identify them. The goal is simple. Remove anything that looks like intentional hiding and pack like someone with nothing to hide. Section 4. The AI scanners and how they work against sneaky packing. Modern CT and AI-assisted scanners don't just look for metal. They analyze 3D density patterns, chemical signatures, thermal anomalies, and even the layering of items inside your bag. They can detect laptops wrapped in clothes, liquids disguised in snack packaging, power banks stuffed into shoes, and tiny electronics hidden in toiletry bags. They automatically flag irregular densities and container shapes, even if nothing metallic is involved. To keep your bag clean on the scanner, place batteries, power banks, and electronics in a single top pocket, laid flat so the system can map them clearly in seconds. Declare unusual items like medical devices, drones, or large camera batteries ahead of time. Don't attempt tricks like wrapping a battery in snacks or hiding liquids inside clothing. Scanners reveal these instantly, and the penalty is usually a full bag teardown, a potential fine, and a suspicious traveler note added to your profile. Section 3. Fines, instant charges, and account penalties. Airports and airlines now use automated billing systems tied directly to your booking profile. That means oversized carry-ons, overweight bags, prohibited items, and repeat violations can trigger instant charges without negotiation. Some airlines freeze your frequent flyer status temporarily if you repeatedly break baggage or security rules, and a few carriers even add behavior flags that increase your likelihood of future inspections. To avoid expensive surprises, measure your carry-on dimensions at home and weigh it using a digital scale. Review rules for each airport and airline on every leg of your journey. What passes in Dubai may be fined in Singapore or Toronto. If a scanner flags your bag, frontline staff usually cannot override the system. Cooperate politely, document the interaction, and only escalate after clearing security. The calmer and more prepared you are, the smoother the outcome. Section 2. Rules vary by country and even by terminal. The most confusing part of modern travel is that regulations differ wildly, not just between countries, but sometimes between terminals within the same airport. A granola bar allowed in Spain may be confiscated in Canada. A small drone legal in Dubai might be illegal in Manila. Even batteries, meds, dry foods, and cosmetics have different limits across regions. Never assume yesterday's rule applies today. Instead, check the website of every airport on your route, plus the customs page of your final destination. When uncertain, remove questionable items before security or buy them airside after screening. If carrying high-value gear like drones, satellite devices, medical pumps, or CPAP machines, print documentation or pre-register your item. Being proactive prevents confiscation and avoids hours of explaining your equipment to an inspector who simply follows protocol. Section 1. Quick checklist so your bag survives 26 airports. To avoid delays, confiscations, and last-minute expenses, follow this simple but powerful checklist. First, only pack-sealed factory snacks. Homemade or loose foods almost always invite questions. Keep all electronics and batteries grouped together so scanners get a clean view. Carry just one spare outfit and a single extra pair of shoes to prevent density anomalies in the scan. Keep every duty-free or airport receipt because some transit points rescreen items for authenticity and tax compliance. Weigh and measure your carry-on before leaving home. Bag sizers at airports are strict and often automated. And finally, if you know you must carry liquids above the allowed limit, place them in checked luggage with approved leak-proof containers. A few minutes of planning saves you from fines, embarrassment, and delays at the most stressful point of travel. Air travel in 2026 isn't just about rules anymore. It's about algorithms deciding whether your trip stays smooth or turns into a nightmare. One misplaced item, one dense corner in your bag, one nervous gesture, and the system flags you before a human ever looks up. Now I want to hear from you. Comment which airport you're flying through next and what shocked you the most in this guide. Your comment helps push this video to travelers who still think the old rules apply. And if you want more no-nonsense breakdowns of the new travel systems, the hidden triggers, and the packing habits that keep you out of secondary screening, hit subscribe before you go. The next video exposes another airport rule most passengers don't even know exists until it's too late. Travel smart, and I'll see you on the next flight.